I'm here with 420radio.org. We are streaming live on the internet to the people who aren't as free as we are, right on that computer, so wave to the internet. Hi, internet. As you can tell, my shirt, Georgia 420, just a month ago I was in Atlanta, Georgia, helping them march for their freedom. Last year for the march, I was in Dallas, Texas. We marched to Dealey Plaza, and we passed our joints back and to the left. Back and to the left. That's a JFK joke. Oh, well. Anyway, the point is, we have it pretty good here in Portland, Oregon. Not as good as we could, like our friends in Vancouver, Washington, who have the legal right to possess up to an ounce, even if they're healthy. But we've got it pretty good in Portland, Oregon, especially Multnomah County here, where marijuana is pretty much the lowest priority of law enforcement. But that doesn't mean we get to sit on our laurels. This means it's time for us to fight and take our fight to another level. When this fight began, it was about decriminalization, and Oregon was the first state to decriminalize in 1973. And the argument was, well, we don't want to promote pot, but locking people up is bad. And so we got decriminalization passed. And then in the 90s, the argument changed a little bit to, well, pot's kind of bad, but for some people it's medicine. And we were able to pass medical marijuana and get that level of freedom. Well, folks, I believe now it is time for us to embrace marijuana and say, you know what? Pot's pretty damn good. Pot's pretty damn good if you want an alternative to drinking alcohol and puking on your shoes. Pot's pretty damn good if you want an alternative to OxyContin that gets you addicted and cranky and constipated. Pot's pretty damn good if you want an alternative to help you kick smoking tobacco cigarettes that are going to destroy your lungs. Pot's pretty good if you have a very stress-filled life and you want to find something that'll help you relax without giving you a hangover the next day. I'd say pot's pretty good. What about you? So we don't have to hide or be ashamed anymore and say, oh, I'm using it for medical reasons. And if you are, great. That's fantastic. But now, all use is none ya. It's none ya business. Whether I'm using it for medicine, for religion, for personal enjoyment, for an industrial crop, it doesn't matter. There's no logical reason to keep this plant prohibited, and there's no logical reason to keep throwing people in cages for using it. Do you agree? So now it's time for us to stand up and stand proud and not hide behind, oh, we're against prohibition or we're for medicine. We're for freedom. And we deserve the same equal rights as our friends who drink and make craft beers. We deserve the same equal rights as the growers who grow great vineyards for Oregon wine. I don't understand why if a beer drinker can go into the store and buy 6 cases of beer, I have to be limited to 1 ounce of marijuana. I don't understand why a home brewer can brew 100 gallons of alcohol, but I have to be limited to 3 mature plants. We deserve the same equal rights as beer drinkers, wine drinkers, cigar smokers, and cigarette smokers. And we will keep coming back here and marching on the first Saturday in May every year until that happens. Are you with me? Let's make our voices heard to everyone here in Portland, Oregon today. Let's let the media know that we are responsible adult cannabis consumers who deserve equal rights, who deserve freedom. And most of all, I'd like our police officers to concentrate on some real crime. How about you? Let me tell you a little story. I just came back from Boise, Idaho last week, where I participated in a press conference for a group we called the Idaho 3. Lindsay Reinhardt is one of them. She's a multiple sclerosis patient and the chief petitioner for Idaho's Medical Marijuana Act. One day at elementary school, some kid had a bag of weed and ate some and got sick. So the cops in Boise naturally blamed the child of the medical marijuana petitioner, even though there was no evidence whatsoever to say that was marijuana from their house. They went to the house. The babysitter was there. They were off in the mountains. The cops intimidated the babysitter until they got into the house. Then, upon seeing pipes in the house, called and got a warrant, found 12 ounces of marijuana, took the children away, put them in foster care, and may possibly press felony charges against a multiple sclerosis patient. That's my home state of Idaho, and that's why I march every year, because I know if we don't legalize it here, they're never going to legalize it in Idaho. They're never going to legalize it in Wyoming. So remember, you're not just marching for Portland, Oregon. You're marching for Boise, Idaho. You're marching for Tulsa, Oklahoma. You're marching for Oklahoma, Florida. You're marching for all those red states that don't have it as good as I. Thank you so much. Let's get it on.